Love is a beautiful thing. It is a verb that requires action. When it comes to an end, it is not the end of a chapter. It is the beginning of a new adventure. Hi guys, so this video is going to be a little bit more serious. This video actually was requested per one of my friends, so I definitely thought that I would do this for my friend. So basically, what I'm going to be talking about today is how to overcome a breakup. So I recently got out of a relationship about 2 months ago, and I feel like it's been the most liberating thing ever. So I just wanted to share some of the tips and some of the things that I did that I hope can help you guys as well. So the first thing was I did a lot of crying. I was really angry and I was upset. And that's completely fine, and that's completely normal, and that's the good thing. Your feelings are valid. Sometimes a breakup can come up out of surprise. You didn't know, you thought everything was good, and they're like, hey, it's done, I don't want to do this anymore. You have every right to be upset. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to be disappointed. And if you're having those feelings, don't act on it upon the other person. If you get angry, scream in a pillow. Punch at a pillow. There are those different rooms, I forgot what it's called, where you can like literally break things. And if you have to do that, do it in a safe space, but your feelings are completely valid. Don't let anyone tell you, oh my gosh, you just need to go ahead and get over him or her. No, it's okay. Have that time to grieve. You literally ended a relationship. I don't know how long you may have been with that person, but you literally ended something. So you need to have your process of grieving. So after I've had that grieving process, I like to reflect. I realize you definitely can't change a person, and sometimes that's what people want to do. Well, if I could fix this, if I could fix that, you can't fix that. You can only change yourself. So during this reflection moment, were there any red flags that I may not have noticed? What did I do in the relationship? What actions did I have that played a part in maybe the demise of the relationship? What did they play a part in for the ending of the relationship? And I kind of reflect, and during that reflection process, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? If I did this or this different, it may or may not have saved it, and they probably weren't meant for me. So it starts to get a little bit easier. After I have my reflection moment, I talk about it. And I feel like it's completely necessary to talk about it. You have to get it out. It's almost like this little thing on you, just gotta get rid of it. So a few things that I do is I'll call my sister and I'll talk to her. I will talk to my therapist. No shame, I see a therapist. I think that's completely fine. Mental health is important. Or I pop open my laptop, get the camera on, and just talk to my camera. And I know, oh my God, Ruth, that sounds crazy. Therapist is booked. I don't want to have any negative thoughts. So I talk to my computer to get it all out. Once it's out, I actually tend to feel better. And if I don't feel comfortable with talking it out, I journal it, or in my notes section, I write down everything, like the last bit of what I would want to tell that person, and then I delete it. I don't send it, I delete it. Because once it's out, it's like, oh, they really didn't need to know anything about that. So after I talk it out, I personally go through a purge. And don't forget, the talking out or these things, they may be in a different order for you, but this is how it is for me. And sometimes the talking out process is a lot longer. But once I finish the talking out, I purge. And I go through, okay, this thing may have reminded me of them. This is something that we may have shared. I will either donate to Goodwill. I will completely get rid of it. Maybe if you lived with that person, hey, you need to come and get your things out. Let's meet in a neutral location to give them their things back. Like now your place of space is off limits to them. So give them their things back. And if they don't collect it in 30 days, it's free for donation. Someone else can have it. Or even if you've made an agreement for like, hey, do you want this back? No, I don't. Then that's it. I get rid of pictures. Your phone number is out of my book. I don't really want to have any contact with you anymore. So it's not just things. For me, it's a phone number and a picture. And if we're meant to be together and we do get back together, we're just going to have new pictures that we have to take. So the next thing I like to do after I purge is I forgive that person as well as I forgive myself. During a course of a breakup, sometimes you may have said some things that you didn't mean to say, or they may have said some things that were hurtful to you. So I just like to forgive them and myself, so it's just like a clean slate, so I can really begin to start that healing process. After that, I find something to do to really take my mind off of things. It's really easy to get bored and you're like, oh my God, what if it would have worked out, da 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 da. And then you start this cycle back over again. Find something to do. Find a new hobby. Pick up an old hobby, but find something to do to take your mind off of it. But whenever you get into a new relationship, whatever new hobby or thing that you used to do, continue to do it. Don't put yourself on the back burner just because you're with someone. Continue to do things that you like to do. Because when you're with someone who really wants to be with you, they're gonna want to do things that you want to do as well. So after I find something to do and I've taken my mind off of things, I'm gonna start taking myself out and treating myself and love on myself some more. Because when you take yourself out or do things that you like, you're like, oh, this is what I want. Hey, maybe my partner or my future partner may like this. Or even if you don't plan on getting back together, this is what you want. So you're already setting expectations for whoever will be maybe invested in your life. After that, I start to work on setting a standard. So I feel like with like the hookup culture and everything, we get so quick to having sex with someone that you pretty much are intertwining your souls, and then you don't see the red flags. So don't rush to have sex with someone. Literally reflect, set a standard. What is it that you want out of your next relationship? Definitely don't set an astronomical, unachievable list, but set standards so you know that, hey, they didn't reach that. I'm not budging on that. There are things that you may adjust, but I'm not budging on this. Us being of the same faith, I'm not budging on that. Us waiting until we get married, I'm not budging on that. And if the person doesn't meet those standards, then they're not for you. So set those standards and keep those standards within yourself. So the last one that I like to do is you have to take time to heal. And everyone's healing process is completely different. Some people, it takes them no time to get over a relationship, but I still feel like you shouldn't jump in with someone else very quickly. Take that time to heal, because you don't want that baggage to carry over from one relationship to another relationship. You don't want to jump into a new relationship and you're like, well, such and such did this, and you haven't gotten over it yet. So you want to make sure that you heal before you jump into a new relationship. Learn things about yourself. Like during my 2 months of being single, I've definitely learned that I'm not as much of a good singer as I thought that I was. I sound really good in the shower and I sound good with headphones on, but without them, I sound absolutely terrible. So definitely just take your time to heal and just enjoy your season of singleness. Like that's the most important thing. Enjoy your season of singleness. You're single for a reason. You're learning about yourself. You're hanging out with friends. You're going on new adventures. And don't make it just a time of complete mourning. It's exciting. It's different. And just make sure that the friends that you have, they're in your circle, they're supportive. And whenever you get into that relationship, don't forget about your friends either, because true friends are really there through thick and thin, but don't forget about them. I definitely hope that these tips were very helpful for you guys. They've been very helpful for me. Like I said, I'm taking my time to heal. I'm taking a year off. Honestly, that's going to be what I want to do. I want to have a year of singleness. I don't want to rush to be with anyone, and I want to enjoy and get to know Ruth. I want to see what I like, what I don't like. I want to set my standard. So just don't look at it as a negative thing. Look at it as a positive thing. But again, I hope that these tips were helpful. I hope whatever stage of your grief breakup process that you're in, that they'll be able to help you to move forward and know that you deserve someone who is deserving of you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to love yourself a little bit more today. Bye guys.